Welcome, everybody, to episode 56 of the Club Lorcana podcast. I'm Syed. With me always is Jeremy Bertarioni.
Hi, everybody. I'm here still. Woohoo.
I'm a little sick, but I'm still doing the intro today.
Great. I mean, wouldn't have it any other way. I begged you not to do this. I was like, Zan, you're sick. We don't have to do the podcast. And you were like, Mo Shamblin, I just want to push.
I want to push.
And so we are pushing. Fine. Sure. I'll do it if you do it. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. We usually start off with the metagame. There's only been one tournament of the new set, and that is what, Jeremy?
In the Lorcana Lounge, which is a Discord group, there was a set 5 through 9 core constructed tournament last night that Mad Jack, don't know who that is, but Mad Jack won with a blue-green shell. This is a list that incorporates Clarabelle, all your ramp cards, Tipo, Sail into Azurite Sea, and what are you ramping into? You have Big Clarabelle, Basil, the set 1, John Silver, the legend. Yep. And then in the middle, you have Scrooge McDuck, the one that is a 5/5. You have the ramp Donald Duck, and you have Lewis, sort of your mid game, and then you have Bend to My Will as non-character actions. You have Bend to My Will, Mother Knows Best, You're Welcome, and Olympus would be that way. So this is the classic: tap all my guys to sing, bounce everything to your hand, and then Bend to My Will you out of the game.
Okay, so how do they bounce everything to your hand?
They can use Olympus would be that way, Mother Knows Best, or the long way is You're Welcome. Right,
Okay.
That puts it back in your deck, and you draw 2 cards. Just kind of like bouncing it back to your hand if I'm going to just discard your hand anyway.
Okay, Olympus
Would be that way.
Yes.
This is a Sing Together 8 song. It says return up to 2 chosen characters with 3 power or less each to their player's hand. Sing Together 8.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting shell. It always pops up pretty much every set. It is kind of failed to do well, but this is the first one where we don't have muses.
Right?
Or what was the other way that they did things? Under the Sea with like the items.
Sometimes they would do an Under the Sea item, Sapphire Coil build. That became less popular. The deck that Fungus was playing, I think, was finally getting rid of it. It didn't have the coils, but it had still muses with all the songs, but just was moving away from trying to Under the Sea, basically.
What I really liked about when muses was around was that you had a bunch of songs that were like good ramp card selection. How Far I'll Go is like the best example of that.
What you're talking about, yeah.
And they just worked really well with the muses. And then you played like Heffalump and Woozles, and you just kind of just stopped your opponent in their tracks. Without muses, they're doing it in a really much more difficult way. And I would say, okay, I get what this deck is doing without, what is it called?
Under the Sea.
Without Ursula.
Oh, sure.
2-drop green Ursula. It would make a lot of sense to me. I'm like, oh yeah, there's no more 2-drop Ursula. These songs are gonna happen no matter what. Kind of like set 1 to 3 in Lorcana. I don't remember what set 2-drop Ursula was printed, but essentially, before we get into Fabled, we were thinking, okay, Ursula's gone, so we only have Pete to kind of stop things, but the songs are still going to be cast.
But now we know that 2-drop Ursula is returning in Fabled.
So I feel like we're back to that shenanigans where we're like, okay, are we playing the Pete and Ursula game or are we not?
And the Pete and Ursula game did just get a new toy. It's basically got the green Tamatoa, some people are calling it. This is a 6-ink 4/5 max goof that I think has shift 4, but don't quote me on that. It quests for 2, and when it does quest, you get to play a song with cost 4 or less from your discard pile, put it under your deck. So this is the reason they're calling it the Tamatoa is because you get to play something for free when it quests, and it's a 6-ink 4/5.
Mm-hmm.
If you played Magic the Gathering, Dreadhorde Arcanist has arrived.
Yeah, I mean, the card is great. It does shift for 4. You're right. The card is good. I don't know how insane it is. I always feel like that card is kind of slow.
Yes, even when it's fast, it's slow. Is how it feels to me.
Yeah, we just found out that Sudden Chill is getting printed. So a card like Sudden Chill fits really well into a shell like this, right? Like you're thinking, okay, Sudden Chill, Strength of a Raging Fire. These are the type of cards that we're going to be casting. Or let's say we go down the red route, green red route, the Christmas route, which is
Be King Undisputed.
Be King Undisputed. Yes.
It also allows you to play things like Undermine, the green red. You discard a card. Action.
Oh, it's just an action.
Yeah, but it's
Can
probably in the deck, right?
Wait, can Max? I thought Max can only pick up songs.
Max can only pick up this. I'm just saying that if you're trying to double sync Sudden Chill, then you're probably also trying to play Undermine.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna play Undermine. The problem is without Prince John, I'm like I gotta be one of the discard guys.
You're one of the discard guys, just like I'm the Amber Steel guy.
Exactly. And I am not seeing the whole picture.
Okay.
Like, okay, I make my opponent discard, but where's the part where I'm getting the advantage?
Right, because you're both going down a card. I would say when you buy it back with Goof, you gain an advantage. I think Undermine also pumps power, so if you can get a good trade off your Undermine, there's an advantage.
Yeah.
But the big appeal, I think, to the red-green strategy is that you get to maybe play with some of these like power line style cards.
Yeah.
You also have Be King Undisputed, where in a world where we don't have a lot of removal spells, this is one of them, and doing it the second or third time in a game is actually starts to matter. I know you're a huge Be King Undisputed hater, but I'm probably gonna be. I have 4 of that.
I'm a hater of Be King Undisputed.
Yeah, every time I tried to play it in red purple, you were like, I hate this card.
Well, at the time we were playing red purple mirrors, and then every time you played that card, you only hit another person's rabbit.
That's good.
It just didn't feel good.
Most of the time, you only hit another person's Chernobog's follower or Madam in the Snake 3/3, and that is really bad.
Yeah, it just didn't feel good in that matchup, and I felt like it was only good in one matchup, which was the blue-red matchup, which was already a good matchup.
Yeah, because it's pretty mid against Amber Steel. Did I unplug?
That's all right.
That's okay. It's pretty good. It's pretty bad against Amber Steel. Kind of just does nothing.
Okay.
Everything good?
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Good at Amber Steel. We're talking about Be King Undisputed. Do you think post-rotation, Amber Steel is looking like one of the top decks? Let's just go through right now, I think, our like expectation. So blue-green won an event.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying you think that it probably doesn't have the sauce to move forward. You think this is just like, we're all testing things here style event? Which is fine. Totally fine. What are in your mind the big winners from like coming out of rotation, the top decks?
I mean, all the steel decks are looking good.
Okay.
I think red steel is up there for sure. I think the max package, right? Like we can think about all these new red cards as replacements for cards that existed before, right? Like let's talk about Powerline 2-cost Powerline, which is a 3/2 that sings for 4. And then that card is a fabulous card, potentially an upgrade for other Singer 4s. Then we have is it Powerline 3, which is basically Fox, right? If you played a song, then this card has Rush, right? It's a 4/3. That card is fabulous and it's inkable. Then you have the 2/3 that becomes a 3/3 if you have a Singer, which is basically a Smee.
People were really low about Roxanne on my space.
I mean, the power level of cards is a lot lower. So I think that like this card is a lot more similar to what was the Broom package? Broom and Yen said.
Yeah.
It's like similar to that. And I think that, the speculation right now is that we're going to need a lot more of these type of synergies to gain advantage over our opponents. And so I think that it's an automatic in, right? We don't have a Madam Mim. We don't have a Smee. So what other choices do we have? They're pushing red.
They are pushing red. Steel decks are really big. I would say that my top 2 right now are Purple Steel, which is, a mid-range aggro, nothing fancy. I don't even necessarily, I think you're kind of split between, you have some evasives and then you Dumbo, but really you're just trying to park Calhoun in play, park the biggest guy in play at each part of the curve, have those aggressive starts that Purple Steel is capable of. And you also play Feather. So you have Calhoun Feather, which is a combo.
What is Calhoun Feather?
Calhoun is the 3/2 resists 1.
Oh, 2. Okay, gotcha.
I think that card looks great in a new metagame.
In a new metagame, Calhoun seems great.
It's good against a lot of the aggressive decks. It always has been. It's just the things that punish it. There's like a little bit fewer of them. Madam M. Fox is nowhere to be found. Nobody's crabbing you anymore. So he really does just get to, you park that Calhoun into play and you own combat for a little while. Yeah. And then the Feather could surprise, give it evasive. That's pretty good.
Oh, you're talking about Purple Steel?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm saying purple. I said Purple Steel, I think.
Interesting. Okay, I was still on Red Steel. Sorry.
Okay.
Purple Steel.
I'm talking about my top 2 decks right now. Number 1 is Purple Steel.
Yeah, I mean, I think that should be everybody's top 1.
And then you get the Tinkerbell Shift package now.
Tinkerbell Shift package is cute.
Okay, but I think it's also worth doing, especially if you're playing Dumbo. Now you also have Tinkerbell Dumbo. So
you have Tinkerbell Dumbo.
You get to play Genies, Dumbos, Tinkerbells, both Tinkerbells. You have Calhouns, some 1-drops like Royal Guard to sort of fill out your anti-aggro synergy. Maybe also probably, I imagine you play 01 Diablo. Maybe you could work like Lilo in there, or no, you get to play the evasives that are only evasive on your turn, like 3/4 Genie for 3.
Yeah, we already built the shell. So the way that we built the shell is you want to play Happy on 1.
Right.
So we talked about this in the last episode. Happy on 1, Dwarven Mine on 2. And then you can also play Smee, which is a 3/2 evasive on their turn. But now you got Jafar, which got reprinted. So that's definitely a route that you can go, right? And then the way that we ended that conversation was we were like, oh, we're going to play 5 cost deal 3 damage to evasives. What was that called?
Tug of War. Which everybody on my space was also really low on. You got clowned for liking Tug of War.
I mean, bunch of Dumbos.
Bunch of Dumbo the
bunch
Flying
of
Elephants.
Dumbos. Get some results.
What do you mean? Everybody in my space has plenty of results. That's not what it's about, San. It's about open forum,
So I'll tell you what the thought process there is. I'm thinking about ahead, right? There's no meta right now. So talking about cards that are going to be important are a response to the meta. Yes, if people believe that, oh, these evasive shells are garbage, then yeah, of course, a card like Tug of War is not great. But I think that majority of those people are probably like, oh, I want to play evasives, so I don't want people to be playing Tug of War.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I want to shut down evasives, right? I want to give people the right tools to be able to shut down these oppressive shells, which are going to be evasive.
I agree 100%. I'm going to go to my number 2 top deck.
Which is?
Blurple.
Yeah, okay.
Blurple got all the powerful purple cards that we're talking about, but you also get the whole ramp package. You get Tipo and Sail the Eyes, right? See? So you're getting there faster than everybody else, and you're taking the most advantage of cards like Finders Keepers. And, you still have Big Elsa and Big Hades. So your top end was good before. Hard to imagine that if the format gets worse, the top end's not still good.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Blurple seems okay. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's great. Yeah, I think it's okay.
Just so you're aware, I'm most likely to play Blurple heading into SSG's Saturday event.
That seems like a really fun time.
It's going to be a fun time. It's a good choice for me. For some reason, whenever I go in a tournament and I just say, I'm going to play the purple mid-range deck, throw elbows, hope to dodge Amber Steel, I have a great time. And it works every time.
Does it?
It worked a couple times.
Yeah, that's fair.
It gets me into the top 8 and then I lose. Whatever.
Sometimes.
What do you mean someday? All right. Anyway, the other big boogeyman, of course, would be Amber Steel. I mean, well, actually, let's not do that. Let's talk about your top 2 decks. Assume you can't say Purple Steel in Blurple, obviously. That would be upsetting.
I mean, Purple Steel's got to be my number one.
Sure, Purple Steel can be your number
Yeah.
one.
Purple Steel's my number
Then
one.
do 2 and 3 for me.
Let's go with Red. I'll just pick the underdog, Red Steel.
So I guess sell me on. I said a bunch of cards.
And then
in a
green
row.
purple. I'll just say green purple.
Why green purple?
I mean, I think it has a fabulous draw engine and probably the best removal spell in the game.
Which is
Lever package.
Oh, you get to play pull the lever, wrong lever.
Yeah, so you get to draw 2 cards, which no one else gets to do anymore.
You're the only one that gets to draw 2 cards.
And then you also get to tuck away Maui Sharks.
And I'm gonna put that on the bottom
Powerlands.
of your deck.
So all those things just don't feel good.
So, but what surrounds this? Are you playing like Clarabelles? Obviously, I can imagine.
I mean, you have a great finishing package in Dumbo Evasives.
Dumbo Evasive, so all those purple guys.
Yeah, you can play literally Pegasus. You can play Go-Go. You can play Tinkerbell. You can play a 3-drop Dumbo. You can play a 4-drop Dumbo or a Genie.
Of course, the genies are still in force.
And then you also have access to more genies than the other people, right? You have the 5-drop 3/3 that picks up a dude. Is it Yzma? No.
Magica Dispel.
Magica Dispel, yes. The green purple uninkable. That also gives you some form of card advantage. Pick up a character, draw a card. I just think that those are a lot of good cards.
You know, you just named a lot of good cards, and you know, if you wanted to, you could play Bend to My Will in that deck.
Why?
You're allowed to.
I'm not going to.
You can.
I love Bend to My Will, but I also don't like it.
So okay, those are your let's say your top 3. Purple Steel, you're gonna go green purple probably after that, and then your underdog choice is red steel. Paint the picture of the red steel deck because you're pulled in a lot of different directions. The thing I'm noticing about red steel is that you have a lot of really great shift lines. You have, first of all, the new Brave Little Prince Mickey, my favorite card spoiled so far. And I'll just say what it does. It's a 3 inkable 2/2 evasive that quests for 1. But it has shifts 5. Now that's interesting because usually things shift for cheaper. This one shifts for more. Why? Because when it has a card under it, it gets +3, +3, +3. So now it's a 5/5 that quests for 4. The Brave Little Tailor.
Brave Little Tailor. Oh, you play Sticky Mickey?
You could play Sticky Mickey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a bad line. Okay, so I'll tell you that majority of the time with shift lines, you can only afford to do one unless you're able to like sing a song, right? So like a great example is for Amber Steel, let's go to set 3.
Sure.
Amber Steel songs, set 3. What am I playing? I'm playing Queen Shift and Robin Hood Shift.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sometimes you would look at that hand and you would have Queen Shift and Robin Hood Shift. And you'd be like, oh, I just keep both. But you couldn't do both.
You have to pick one.
You have to pick one.
Sure, but that's still good. Those options. And the rest is ink. All of these cards we're naming are going to be inkable.
Yes, but the problem with that was the reason why you couldn't do more shift, you would if you could just do it for free. The reason why you wouldn't do more is because it's about how many cards you have left in your hand.
Yeah, and certainly, you know, we're considering also Be King Undisputed as like, if that's going to be the premier removal spell of this format, then I definitely don't want 2 cards in play that have cards under them.
Yeah. So essentially, I'm like, what I'm saying is that you need to have a card advantage engine built into your deck. So now the hard part about Red Steel is, am I playing Docks or am I playing what's the 7-cost song?
Beyond the Horizon, also we have Desperate Plan are all sort of vying for control.
Yeah, I don't think Desperate Plan is in. I think Beyond the Horizon are in, especially if you're playing all these songs.
The thing about Desperate Plan that's good in Red Steel is that you're playing a lot of looters in Red Steel. So in my mind, the sort of like core of Red Steel has to do with these really great shift lines. So you have the Mulan shift line, the Mickey shift line, which is the worst one, and the Tinkerbell shift line. You have all those. So in my mind, that's like what's really drawing me to the color combination is that I have like the strongest shift lines in the game, basically, right? The Mulan one's nuts.
Okay, so let's say I'm doing the Tinkerbell shift line. How well does Tinkerbell work with the deck? So you have Maui Shark. How big is Powerline? Is it 5-4?
I don't know. I have no idea. There's no way to know. It's on your phone right now, right? It's on that deck that you were talking about.
I don't think I have it up.
Oh man.
No, I don't see it.
Anyway, you keep talking about the deck, and I'll figure out power line while you do that.
Yeah, we just need to know how big power line is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so power line. Yeah, basically I'm like trying to figure out, okay, what are the 2 drops that we would be playing in this deck? How many singers do we want to play? So we also have the 3 drop max. That's a singer, right? Or is it 3 drop power line? No, I think it's a 3 drop red max, right?
Yep.
He's a singer 5.
Yeah, and he just wants to stay home. He can't go at a location.
Yep. Which I don't mind. Give
No,
us
nobody minds, but I'm just letting.
give
people
us
know.
more stuff like that.
Okay, so power line is a 2 ink 3/2 with singer 4.
Yeah, so I really think that the Dwarven Mine package is an important piece of removal. Obviously, you're gonna still be playing Pete's. I think you're playing Strengths. I think we have to consider playing other songs, like the song that gives you resist to.
I'm still here.
Yes.
That one's easy to remember because after your character sings it, they get to still be here because they have resist 2. They like survive.
Yeah,
I totally have failed to find this power line.
it's fine. I'm like the trouble that I'm seeing here is like, how do we trigger this?
Power line's a 6/4.
Okay, but how do we trigger this?
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell. Do you want our Maui Sharks to be tapped, and do we want our power lines to be tapped?
Yes, those cards typically tap.
I don't think I want them to be tapped. It just gives them a high chance of
So you want to play your Maui Shark in your power line and not tap it?
to gain 2 lore. So I'm just wondering, is this Tinkerbell worth it or not?
I mean, Tinkerbell obviously never really was designed to stack up against the biggest, heaviest hitters in red, right?
Yeah.
Tinkerbell stacks up against the little guys really well, right? A Tinkerbell against Amber Steel is like wipe your board.
Yeah, but you have to play a bad 2-drop Tinkerbell in order to play the shift line.
That Tinkerbell's not bad, right? It's a 2 ink 1/1 evasive.
Yeah, so I'm talking about its synergies, right? Like that's why we're talking about the power.
Oh.
How'd you miss this? Why am I talking about the power?
I had no idea. I just thought that you were losing it. Power line's a 6/4, Maui Shark's a 7/5.
Okay, cool. So I mean, it taps both of those guys. It
Right.
gains you 2 lore.
Right, I think that's bad.
But we're missing Maui Hero,
Hero.
Draw, which was a huge. I felt like it was a huge
Part of that
draw
Mm-hmm.
to it. I mean, the hard part about this deck is whether or not you're playing Doc or not. And I think that you end up playing Doc and you end up playing the 7-cost card. I think you end up playing the Tinkerbell package because you end up playing Namari.
My inability to answer these questions is why I'm excited about Blurple in the upcoming
I also
days.
think that Mulan shift is probably better than the Tinkerbell shift line. Because the 1-drop is really important.
Yeah.
Right? Because we need to be able to discard Docs and
I think the Mulan shift line is like really good. And we can also play Namari, which helps loot so that we can smooth out our Doc Beyond the Horizon situation that we got going on.
but Namari would be a good card with Tinkerbell. Maybe we just play all the shift lines. Oh my god.
Yeah, you play all the shift lines, you play Namari, all the card draw.
But I'm missing all the songs.
Strength of a Raging Fire.
So we have Pirate's Life, that's 4.
Is Pirate's Life coming back?
Yes.
I don't see it in a lot of these decks.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We can play 1/2/1.
No.
What do you mean no?
That card's terrible.
Talk to me. Why is that card terrible? A lot of people are playing it. A lot of people like it.
They don't know. They don't know any better.
Gain 2 lore,
Yes.
draw 2 cards,
And I also get to.
and they get to do it too.
Yes.
That's not good.
Yeah, exactly. So you're basically already saying like you need to be ahead in the race. You need to have all the best cards.
Okay, but what about Power Line? Sing Pirate's Life, then sing 1/1. You go up so much lore, and they stay the same on lore.
It's too much.
All right. Okay.
I feel like these combos are cute. We're just keep forgetting that Pete and Ursula are still in the format.
You get to play Pete.
Yes, but someone else gets to play a Pete, and then your power line looks silly. Or they get to play Ursula, take your last song, and it looks silly.
I'm so shocked that Max's last name is Goof.
Max Goof.
That means that Goofy's full name is
Goofy Goof.
what is he? SpongeBob? I'm a Goofy Goober. Rock.
Cool.
What is this? What is he? SpongeBob?
My God.
How come he's a dog? He wears clothes. Pluto's a dog. He's naked. Make it make sense, folks.
It's too much.
Too much. We got to turn this down for the podcast. All right. So the synergies we talked about. I mean, I've been talking about synergies this whole time. One of the cards I'm most anticipating, I'm like hoping gets reprinted the hardest, is Detective Mickey, because it curves so perfectly. You can go Detective Mickey, and then you can slam Brave Little Prince onto it the next turn, and you've got a Brave Little Tailor turn 4.
People want it bad.
I want it bad.
People want it really bad.
I want it bad. What do you? I don't think you're hearing me. I want it bad.
Yeah, people want it really bad.
Also, synergies that I've talked about on this basically podcast, you would say, Calhoun and Feather, really exciting to me.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like there was another one.
Oh.
Ursula, make your guy sing Into the Unknown. Boom. That's what it was.
That doesn't even feel good though. It's like make your own Let It Go.
You built your own Let It Go.
Why is that good?
That's pretty good. I mean, Let It Go's good.
It's not that good.
But it's Let It Go, but you have a 3/4. There you go. How about that? And you discarded a card.
Okay.
You turned one of your cards into a 3/4. That's pretty good.
You just made a 5-cost 3/4
Yeah.
that quests for 1.
Uh-huh.
And then
You turned one of your cards into a 5-cost 3/4 that quests for 1, and you did you did a Let It Go.
Let It Go, yes. So, I would argue that your opponent ended up with more cards than you.
Yeah, but Lorcana sometimes is a game about velocity. So a 5-cost 3. How often would you be like, man, if I could just discard these to make them into 5-cost 3/4s that quest for 1, I would do it.
What would be a card that
I don't know. I have no idea.
you play Ursula and you're like, and you tap that guy,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh yeah, I got like all the value.
It's like Strength of a Raging Fire. It's like Be King Undisputed. There's the value songs people are talking about. I guess also, I feel like there's a couple good green ones. Right? What is green trying to do?
Nothing.
Yeah.
It used to make you discard.
The thing is that if you can do a proactive song and then use your guys to get their guy that you exerted, that's really good. But I can't name a proactive song right now that isn't red.
Yeah, I mean, like if there was friends on the other side,
Or Beyond the Horizon.
but what's a 7-cost card that we could do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. No. Yes, I know what you mean. No, I don't think the card exists.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what do we do?
We've had a lot of people talk about the benefit of speculating. So there's a big like 2 factions on my space. There are people that saying there's no point in doing this right now because we don't have all the information, and there are people that have already run tournaments. To me, this is really similar to the argument about Riftbound. You were talking to me on the phone about Riftbound.
Yeah.
And you said, I just don't want to fall behind. And so I feel like even though we don't have all the information, it's still really important to speculate on the new set so that we don't fall behind. This is especially like there's a magnifying glass on this moment because we're about to play in the SSG, which has become a really high stakes tournament.
Okay, I can explain it all. Okay, so there's a difference between Riftbound and Lorcana right now. Riftbound has all the cards spoiled, and Lorcana doesn't. And then Riftbound, you could play it on Pixelborn, but not anymore.
Great.
Right? So you were able to play on Pixelborn for X amount of time. So people put in hours and hours and hours. And I played a bunch, but I felt like I'm waiting for a ladder. I can't wait to play in the ladder
Yeah.
and like try to match up against the best.
Yeah.
But all that stuff got cut short.
You know, I gotta say, I hate when stuff gets taken down from Pixelborn. Every time it happens, I hate it.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you. Pavel does all this amazing, great work, and yeah, it just doesn't get to live on, and that's pretty sad. Moving on. So people put in a ton of hours that I didn't. I did put in a lot of hours, but not as much as what my competition for this game is going to be. And so I was like, okay, where are aspects that I can gain an edge? So everybody online was playing best of 1, not best of 3. That's huge, right? So if you can get together with good people who want to improve at this game at this stage, you're getting hours in that no one else is going to be able to get into it. And by the time the big tournaments come around, they're going to be crunching, but you won't have to crunch as hard because you did a deep dive into it. Now, Lorcana, on the other hand, we don't have all the cards spoiled. So oftentimes when we're doing the work, we're working against ourselves, right? Like, let's say we think that this green-blue deck is cracked.
Sure.
And we did all this work. And then one card comes out, like Ursula. That kind of says to that deck, like, okay, now your whole strategy doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, your strategy doesn't work anymore. 1. And 2, that's good.
Yeah, so I think that only if you are like at an insane investment level and you're not attached to what results you get in the moment, then you can find some benefit in like practicing if you have infinite time. But I would say 99.999% of the situations, it's better to wait until all the cards are spoiled in order to reap the benefit of practicing that format.
I'm just stressed because SSG has announced the pricing for their basically set release weekend that they always do, and it is
really good,
really massive, pretty intense.
And I'm really looking forward to that. But again, that is you getting tied to something that's not important. If you want to win at Lorcana, just don't even think about the prizes are not even existent.
I want to win the prizes.
Yeah, and I think that
you said yeah.
But I think that's the issue. Like people are like, "Oh, you're going to win this, and this." And I'm like, I didn't even know what the prizes were until I was done with the tournament.
Winning the money at SSG specifically is a really big deal because you know what they have? They went to Disneyland Japan and they got little hats that you can put on your Labubus that have Mickey Mouse ears.
My mind is blown away.
My mind is blown
It's super blown away.
All right. Well, in that case, what do you want to talk about now? So we've done a little bit of speculating on the metagame as we see it right now.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about lame duck set 8 metagame. There's a couple controversies. I think yesterday there was a big return of Clement Foussad. Do you want to spend any time talking about that?
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I'm down to talk about it a little bit. You tell me what your thoughts are. I mean, like, I honestly haven't like processed it.
Sure.
But yeah, I want to hear your thoughts.
So first, let's talk about the facts. That'll give you time to process it.
Cool.
Clement Foussad, who was issued a temporary ban from Lorcana because of his angle shooting regarding the broom.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretty much caught up on that. His ban has expired, and so he won a set championships this past weekend.
Yeah.
He named his deck Guess Who's Back. And what he played was red purple, and his deck list conspicuously had one magic broom in it.
Oh yeah. Oh, so what I saw on Twitter was that was very toxic.
People's reaction to that is that it was very toxic. He's playing in our face. They're also saying that this ban wasn't long enough because although he had a 6-month ban, we all had a 6-month ban from, we all had a year-long ban from DLCs. So. Yeah. He kind of only missed Nationals. Now, only missing Nationals is a pretty big deal. We were all vying for Nationals, qualifying for Nationals, and not being able to play in it. It's huge.
Yeah.
So I don't want to diminish that was a big bummer. But in terms of how long his ban should have been. You have people on Twitter that are saying that this wasn't long enough just because he didn't have to miss any events.
Yeah, I mean, dealing with these type of situations is really tough. And I think that, like, the easy way to do this would be you cheat, you're banned. You're not allowed back in.
Yeah.
Right. But we believe in the people to be able to redeem themselves and redemption. And yeah, I mean, this person is clearly painting themselves as a villain. I think that villains can be good for the game sometimes, in the sense that Hans Niemann, but in his situation, some of his cheating wasn't like Hans Niemann is from chess,
Yeah.
and his cheating wasn't like exactly proven,
Right.
even though he admitted to cheating online. And so, yeah, I think villains can be good for the game, but we have to like be very careful that this person never crosses the line again. And if this person crosses the line, it needs to, I mean, I think the strictest thing needs to happen is this person needs to be banned forever.
So I'm gonna like interview you a little bit here, and let's just talk about just like questions about the facts of the matter.
Yeah.
Are we calling what Clement Foussad did as cheating? Because it was a really aggressive angle shoot.
Yeah.
It was deemed unsportsmanlike conduct. Are we calling that cheating?
Yeah, I mean that's
Okay.
really no, I'm not.
Great, good answer. Next question.
No, I'm all I'm saying about it is yeah, it's extremely interesting. We have to figure out what is good for the game and what's bad for the game and what's cheating and what's not cheating. I mean, like, for example, in my in my situation where my opponent drew an extra card, I had two different situations.
Mhm.
One resulted in my opponent getting DQ'd, and one resulted in my opponent getting a warning. So yeah, it's like it's very interesting on what's cheating and what's not, right? Like, if we thought that this person angle shooting is cheating and not drawing extra cards is cheating, then we have like an unbalance of rules. We've talked a lot about how the judge, the rules and the judge situation isn't exactly great right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And I think that it has room to improve. And so, yeah, I mean, this just falls underneath that. Do I think that this person was cheating by angle shooting? We need it in the rules, like how this whole these situations need to be addressed, right? Because like it's hard, like it's like so hard to like say it's clear cut cheating, because if it's not in the rules,
So there's a couple different things. Let's talk about the difference between what Clement Foussad did and then what your opponent who drew an extra card did. What the big difference there is mens rea. How easy is it to ascertain their state of mind? With the drawing extra cards, nobody knows the real state of mind of that person. That could have been an accident.
Yeah.
With what Clement did, we all know his state of mind, and we know that it wasn't an accident. That he was.
Wait, how?
I mean, well, first of all, there's no way to accidentally call a judge to try to get your opponent's broom trigger off the bag.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so I agree with you that this person is trying to navigate the situation in a way that will give him the benefit.
Beyond a reasonable doubt, we know that that's what he's thinking.
Yes.
Whereas if somebody drew the person who drew an extra card against you, a lot of people were saying, well, that could have been a mistake.
Yes. Well, the problem is like who is the right person to wield that power?
What we shouldn't do right now is, all I'm saying is that there's a clear difference in those two in terms of like how sure we are of their state of mind.
Yeah.
But drawing an extra card is really, you can figure out where in the rules it's illegal. And then angle shooting is famously something that happens within the rules. So it's a little tricky. You know, what I would say is that the punishment was pretty appropriate in that he got a ban and it was deemed as like majorly unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't think I throw the word cheating on that. I don't know if that serves us, but right now I think cheating is going outside the rules. I think Clement functioned within the rules,
But we don't want that in the game.
but we don't want that in the game.
And so we are going to set an example by
Right.
banning.
So I think Clement's punishment was appropriate. Now, so the next question is, do you think that his ban should have been longer? And to continue asking the question, given the context of there not being DLCs, he really didn't miss that much.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't really get a punishment.
So I think a 6-month ban is actually, it sounds like a really appropriate amount of time for a really bad angle shoot. If we're like in the middle of a DLC season, he has to sit out the rest of a season.
I think my opponent who got DQ'd and had a ban is also back.
I think so. I don't want to talk about that guy because they didn't poke the bear the way that Clement did. Well, so the next part that we're going to talk about, the name of the deck, guess who's back? The contents of the deck featuring one broom. What do you think? Is that worth maybe Ravensburger stepping back in?
No, I don't. This is just trying to make people feel bad. And this is like this person wants to be the villain.
Sure.
And do I think that villains are good for the storyline? They're good for the storyline. But again, if they can't cross that line ever again. If they cross that line, then their punishment should be you can't play ever again.
Right, because right now we would love to see Clement play against Zach Bivens, Lorcana Zorro, come to avenge us.
So I think that it creates a great storyline, but I do not think that that person should not get any more past. If they are even like even close to the line, their punishment should be super severe. Yeah.
I mean, it's a card game. You're not actually hurting somebody that much when you give them a lifetime ban in a card game, so I don't mind.
I will say it is very interesting that this person's punishment was the same as someone who actually did 100% cheat.
It's interesting. Again, I think that this person's punishment is more related to how ironed out their mens rea is. The thing I was talking about. We just know what Clement was thinking.
Yeah, but
with cheating, there's always that but
it's incentivizing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? They both have basically what it's telling people is you shouldn't try angle shooting. You should try drawing extra cards.
So I think without a really transparent, clear system to track infractions and warnings, that right now the game of Lorcana is really uncomfortably open to cheating and then saying whoopsies. Whether that's
and I don't want that. With the with the game growing on a global basis and the prizes becoming more and more insane, people are just incentivized more to do the whoopsies.
Sure, but that position is one that we've talked about a lot. The solution for it is a program to track those things, and that's a judge program. And
and one DLC can change someone's entire trajectory.
I agree.
Yeah, you win one DLC, and let's say you use these cheating methods to get there. You went from nobody to somebody prominent and invited to everything for this game.
So let's talk.
And they had nothing to lose.
That's a really big problem, and I think the solution to that problem is a judge program, which we talked about.
Yes.
Let's wrap this up with this question. So some people online are really upset about seeing Clement Fusad's back and that deck list. What would you say to those people?
I think it's fair that they feel upset.
Great.
But I don't think that it response from Ravensburger is necessary.
Okay.
Right? Let's say someone from Ravensburger at the next DLC went up to how do you say his name? Clement? And was like, hey, you're really poking the bear. It would be a good idea to lay low. I think that's fine.
Sure.
Right. But I don't think that what they're doing is ban worthy. And to be honest, that player probably is doing it. It is definitely doing it on purpose and probably believes that they were wronged. So they're gonna continue to be on the edge.
Is there any world where like our opinion, because we think that villains are good for the game, that our response to this is like, keep cooking, baby. This is awesome.
I mean, I think that let's say this player continues to build this reputation, and then I get to play them, let's say in the finals of a DLC.
And that's what's so compelling about a villain is that you get to be the hero. Not just you, the royal you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Anybody could take this guy down.
exactly. So
It's
I
so
think
fun.
I think that makes it like super interesting. Like people, let's say at a DLC, somebody who's like playing in their first DLC gets paired against this guy, hears all the stories, beats them, right? This guy's just became super famous, or this girl, anybody.
100%. And you know, whenever you can build a narrative in your head, it makes these games so much more fun. Here's an example. In the finals of the SSG that I won,
Yeah.
I walk into the camera room and Jonathan Williams looks at me and he goes, "Oh man, I thought it was going to be Zan Syed."
Uh huh.
Now the narrative is so insane in my head. It's like, you're going to wish it was Zan Syed. You know, this is the guy now who thinks I'm, just the guy behind Zan. And this match is where he's gonna learn today that Jeremy Bertaglione plays too. And then I win game 1 by him not killing the Tamatoa and instead developing board.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said I stole one from him. It's like, that's because you underestimated me because I wasn't Zan Syed. And so that narrative has made that match something I'm never gonna forget. So Clement is now always that. He's always gonna, you go in and you're like, I'm taking this,
Yeah. I
bad
think that
guy
everybody
down.
should hold their breath and see if this person tries to do anything sketch ever again. And I don't think that they're gonna have the opportunity to, because I think everybody's gonna be breathing down their back. So
Yeah.
I think that ends up being a good response from the community. But I do not think that that they should get, that sets a bad precedent. Once you decided that that they're getting banned for 6 months, then that's that.
Right.
Like let's just make sure that we feel confident in your rulings to give rulings,
Yeah.
right? And so yeah, like I said, like there are questions about like, wait, how are we saying like real cheating and like uh, not like being on the line are the same things. I think those are the questions, and we know how a judge program can help answer those. But yeah,
All right, you heard it here first from Zan Syed. Clement, keep cooking.
I don't want.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Just messing with
I
you.
just want to make sure, and I say like I don't. Yeah, I don't support angle shooting.
I did do a little bit of spy work via
Yeah.
my space, and we know for sure that Clement Fusad does not own a Labubu.
What does that mean?
Possible sign of villainy, not owning a Labubu.
Okay. So if he ends up with a Labubu, what does that mean?
Possible sign of villainy, owning a Labubu.
Dang, there's no right answer for him.
For him, no. All right. I mean, I think that we're coming up on it. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything we've missed?
Anything that we missed? No, I feel like we covered a lot.
All eyes are on, the new set. The first big tournament is going to be the SSG, followed by Charlie's big tournament. There's also in Philadelphia somewhere going to be like a 15 case of the same weekend, I think, not as SSG, but of Charlie's.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't looked into it that much because it's the same weekend as Charlie's. But if you're in the Northeast, look into it. It might be a big game for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go ahead and do my sign off. You can find me on Twitter at MoxJeremy. We do a space every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. It is pretty much an awesome time. I'll be honest, it sort of reinvigorated my love of Lorcana this past week. So going really well. And the final thing I'll say is that I am trying to buy wild berry cookies from the Cookie Run card game. I'll buy them $15 plus $5 shipping. I need 4, so message me.
Oh my God. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.